What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the One Leg Loser podcast. I'm your boy Bear Down Rick, along my co-host Jay, the producer. We want to welcome you guys to week number 10 already of the One Leg Loser podcast. So we want to welcome everybody today, and getting ready for this week of football. What's up, Jay? What's going on, man? Talk to the people.
I ain't shit, man. Bro, it's already week 10, man. That's crazy. Man, it's just flying by too fast. Week 10, and then you just gotta go to the off season and all that. And it's especially tough, because a damn Dolphins suck, so it's like a waste of year. It is what it is, man. We got a nice game, not a few good games this weekend, so it should be interesting. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Week one, I mean, wait, week 10. Here we go. Starting off in Berlin. Got the Falcons traveling overseas with the Colts, who are also traveling overseas in Berlin. 9:30 start here, so early. I love these early games. What do you think about the early?
Well, I like them in the sense that there's football, right? But when it comes to like betting, when we talk about like putting it on a ticket, it's kind of risky because, like you said, man, if that's the leg that is one of the legs you have on and that loses,
Yeah, I
then
just
you
hate to
kind of
go. Yeah, I just hate to go in and then damn, bro, you might be out. So
you
that's
just went through the whole thing and you lost. So yeah, no. But I like it in the sense that
you wake up
we
with the
get to
football.
yeah, we
Yeah,
really get to watch the football. But I'm sure for the players it sucks because they got to travel all this
that's
time.
all right. That's all right. They get paid millions of dollars. That's their job. They be all right. I don't feel bad. Anyway, here we go, man. Here we go. Falcons. We got a few injuries on the Falcons. Matthew Bergen, something like that. He's on the guard. He's a guard. He's out for them boys. Got DeForest Buckner, the biggest injury report player on the Colts. Listen, man, the Colts got they got a big name this past 2 days. They got a big name. I don't know if he's a great. Well, he's definitely not a great player. He gets paid like one, but he's not Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Um, he'll be a nice little addition to the cornerback room. He does bring talent, but he just hasn't put it all together. Listen, I don't care about all the Pro Bowls. I've seen that guy twice a year. That dude is not it. He is not it. I don't know how he got paid that contract, and I don't know. One, I don't know how he got paid the contract. Two, I don't know how the hell the Jets finagled two first rounders for him. So kudos to the Jets for doing that. I guess the Colts are in win now mode. They just literally they just mortgaged their franchise for the next few years
Mm-mm.
on Danny Dimes. And as we all seen, Danny Dimes was no Danny Dimes. He was Jones. He was Jones back last week against Pittsburgh. Listen, man, it's you stop the run, you stop that offense that Colts offense. Um, I don't know if the Falcons have the defense to stop the run, and let alone they're not going to be able to stop Tyler Warren and all that. So, and then the floor is out. So that's gonna be huge. They're not going to get that much pressure on Jones there. Give me the Colts, man. I know the Colts are. Damn, I got the wrong freaking
I was
team.
gonna tell you, we talk about the Lions here, but whatever. But no, we good.
Give me listen, man. Give me the Colts cover the 6.5. Um, Greg London, he did a thing last week against a very, very decent, above average defense in New England. But this is a whole new piece over here. So give me the Colts to cover the 6.5.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. This is one of those games, man. Again, like you say, you're traveling overseas. Colts are 7-2, but again, I mean, yeah, who the hell would have thought the Colts coming in this year would have been who they are?
I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it because once you
A
start,
lot of people don't. A lot of people still don't believe in the Colts. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you. It's like it's hard for it's just what it is. And then you got the on the other side, you got the Falcons that are 3-5. We thought they were going to be better than they were. They've showed some flashes here and there. But again, they're 3-5, man. They lost several of the games entering. They have to get some urgency here at this point. I mean, is it Penix the quarterback? I think coming in this week for them because again I know that he had an injury lingering. Um, but yeah, no. Listen, give me the Colts this week. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. It's not one of those games that I'm like very convinced. Can I see the Falcons come and come with the upset? Do I want to call it the upset of the week? I don't know, but
I mean, I can see a path where Atlanta keeps it close, and they actually do cover 6.5. But I can also see how these Colts, they've been on fire, man. And I think by the way, I did say Pittsburgh last week. I just thought that was a perfect spot for Pittsburgh, to finally, get a not finally, but to get a nice statement win at home. Mike Tomlin, he's gonna go down as one of the best. So I just thought it was a bad spot for the Colts. I don't think the Colts are a bad team, but I do think once you stop Jonathan Taylor, things go left for that team very, very quickly, like we saw last week. I don't think Atlanta has it all. So I mean, I can see both sides, but if I had to put my money on the game, definitely. Colts.
yeah, man. Listen again, man, and it's interesting you mentioned that, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, I say the Colts are going to win, but you look at, and again, it's a lot of teams. I've been really realizing there's a lot of people who've been saying, who have people really been beating? I mean, listen, they beat the Dolphins, no disrespect, but we know what the team is this year, right? They beat the Titans, which again they should be beating the Titans. They lost to the Rams. Yeah, they beat the snot out of the Raiders, but who are the Raiders? They barely sneak by the Colts. It's a lot of these games where it's just like who have they really beaten? You know what I'm saying? And you can say that for most of the teams. If we start going through most of these teams who've won, a lot of these teams really hasn't beaten nobody. So again, this is an interesting NFL season for me because it's not. I don't see a lot of clear, like, oh my God, world beaters right now. And maybe this second half of the season is where people are going to start separating themselves. But if we really start to look at most winning teams, who they're beating, they're just beating up on bad teams, which you should. But nobody's really saying, "Damn, they're really taking it to people." But yeah, it was just interesting because I thought of that during this week.
Your official pick is Colts. Colts.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts. Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. Moving on to we're going to Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium, man. The Saints coming in at 1-8, man. It must be tough to be a Saints fan. But hey, who am I to talk, man? We're just fans. So. Just in Carolina, man, they're riding high. They just came off a humongous win. Man, I don't know who in their right mind would have picked the Panthers to go into Lambeau Field and beat the Packers like that. So yeah, with that being said, man, I think they're just tanking it, man. They're not the third string quarterback, the second string. He's not that good, man. The only issues I have here on the Panther side, you got McMillan who's questionable. I'm pretty sure he'll play. You got a two-headed monster over there, and Rico Dotto and Cooper Hubbard. Rico Dotto's been balling that these last few weeks, man. Started with us, and he got almost 200 yards. They've been balling. Just give me the better overall team here, a team who actually has a shot to a shot in their mind because they're not content. But at 5-4, people in Carolina, I'm pretty sure they're feeling good about themselves. I'm pretty sure the team is feeling good about themselves. So give me Carolina here at home to cover the 5, to cover the 5. So Carolina -5.
Yeah, listen, I don't have no qualms with what you're saying. The Saints are who the Saints are, man. Listen, they're abysmal. Like you said, they're 1-8 right now. They who that's it. Oh, it's over with. Panthers, I think they're one of the teams, like you said, they went into Lambeau, which we did not expect. And again, that was detrimental to our ticket. One of the many losses that we had.
You know who actually picked that game? Crystal picked that shit. Crystal
She-
she put it on her parlay ticket. I said, "There's no way I'm gonna allow you to pick that game," and they fucking won. But it was crazy. She just sitting there looking at me.
That's the beauty of the NFL, right? Because any given Sunday, we were really talking to all these games like, "There's no way, there's no way, there's no way," and it happened. They ended up getting. I went up there and beat Green Bay. So I think these Panthers, yeah, they're 5-4. Are they world beaters? No, but I think they're going to be one of those teams at the end of the season. They may ruin somebody's playoffs hopes. They may be they may be crashing somebody's hopes. But in retrospect to this game, yeah, listen, man, give me the better all over team. Again, like you said, their Panthers. The Panthers have a solid run game. They got a two-headed monster over there. I just don't think New Orleans has got anything left in the tank. So yeah, give me the Panthers. I'll play it more close to the vest. Give me the Panthers money line. But yeah, I think they go and they handle the Saints.
All right. Going to Soldier Field with the Giants coming in with a 2-7 record. The Bears here 5-3, coming off a high scoring game against the Bengals there. Very exciting finish there at the end. I mean, I missed it, man. I was in the room, and then all of a sudden I heard the kids screaming, yelling, and shit. Okay, that you guys actually pulled it out. On the injury front, we have nothing major. We got Chauncey Colston for the Giants. He's out at the end. Nothing major besides that. Graham Gano, kicker's out. Hey, sometimes you miss the kicker, man. Shit, look at Atlanta. They lost by 1 last week.
Yeah.
Because the guy missed an extra point. You got Javon Holland, he's questionable. On you guys' side, you have Jade Walker, he's out from concussion. Dominic Robertson, he has an ankle. TJ Edwards and Josh Blackwell. You have Swift and Durham questionable. I need Swift to play. I know Monangai, he's emerging. He's emerging. That's back-to-back weeks with a really solid game from him. And I know Ben Johnson said that he's gonna feed the hot hand. So that bodes well for Monangai owner offensive. But as far as the game, man, listen, the Giants, they're 2-17, yes, but they're not the Saints, right? They actually have hope, right? Next year when they get Neighbors back and Scatterboo back, the defense will be with another year under their belt. I think that defense is going to be very stout in the next 2 years. They have some dogs on that line. But as far as this game in particular, I think Ben Johnson he's starting to put some tricks out of his bag. He's out here Kendall Williams catching touchdowns. The only thing that bothers me about this game is that defensive line can turn up at any time against you guys. And all I see every single play is Caleb Left, Caleb Wright, Caleb Left. He's always running for his life every single down. How long is that going to last? I mean, he looks incredible doing it at times, but then at the same time, all those scrambles, they bring erratic passes from him, like passes that listen, man, I don't like to see from my quarterback. But at the end of the day, I think you guys are 5-3. You got the same kind of hopes that Panthers have. There's hope in that locker room, and that's ultimately all you need. So in this game, I'm gonna take the better team, the better overall team, slightly better coaching staff, and yeah, I'm gonna take the better team. So give me the Bears at home to cover the 4.5. The Bears cover.
Yeah, listen. This is again. It's one of those pivotal games for me. Not because the season will be over, but definitely again, we're taking this 1 week at a time. One thing that Ben Johnson mentioned during his press conference, he was talking about the Giants, like you said, that defensive line with Burns. You got the first round pick over there. You got that guy Thorax. I can't always miss butchering his name. So they definitely got a defensive line, but I think in retrospect to that team, yes, they got that defensive line. I think the Bears have figured out their run game. Again, we're probably getting back Swift. So, Ben Johnson's been known to have, two-headed monster when he was out in Detroit. And I think that's what he's searching for here. Like you said, Malungai, he had a hell of a game last week. Yes, it was against a very a Bengals defensive line, but still, there's still these guys. They play in the NFL. They play who you play. I think they're gonna run that ball heavy. A lot of play action. They're gonna take some big hits down the field. Who's the secondary over there in the Giants? And then, like you said, on the offensive side of the ball for the Giants, man, yeah, man, listen, the rookie brought some resurgence. Brought some moxie. Brought some spark. But listen, man, they're riddled with injuries. Like you said, they got no Scatterboo, they got no Neighbors. They don't have the offensive firepower that they're going to probably need to sustain in this game. So For me, I think I have full confidence that the Bears are going to win this game. They need to win this game. Again, we could end up 6-3. Who knows where we're going to go? So yeah, give me the Bears minus. Give me Bears minus a 4.5. I have faith that we're going to be able to. I think this offense is starting to start clicking. And yeah, I think just give me the Bears 4.5.
All right. We go. Got the Jaguars going into Houston, NRG Stadium. Man, on the injury front for the Jaguars, Brian Thomas Jr., he's going to be out. Hunter Long is also out. Uh, nothing else that stands out from there. CJ Stroud, unfortunately, for the Texans is out. Tyler Howard, the O lineman, is out. Also, Ed Ingram is out. So, you got to, and then Faraband, their kicker, guys got to right wrong. So, again, kickers matter, man. Kickers matter. Listen, Jaguars. I do not like that team. I do not like Goldilocks. He's a shitty quarterback. Now he's lost his top receiver. He's lost Travis Hunter for at least 4 games. He's on IR. I know they traded for Jacoby Myers, but Jacoby Myers. I'm sorry, bro. He's not no game breaker. He's not gonna go in there and just cause havoc. This is a good defense, especially when they play at home. I know CJ Stroud's out, but I think Davis Mills, the backup, I think he has some years in the league. He's good enough. He's savvy enough to figure out that Jaguars defense is not that tough. It's a game at the end of the day. So with that being said, I'm gonna take the Texans for my first upset of the day. I'm gonna take the Texans at home. Plus, I don't need the points. Just give me the money, man. It's probably plus money. Give me the
Yeah,
Texans at home.
this is one of those games that I want to stay far away from. Dallas, I mean, Vegas itself is really not knowing who's going to win.
Definitely not putting no money on it. But if I had to choose a team, which I'm doing,
Yeah.
definitely Texans.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, we're staying away from it. You feel the Texans should pull out the win. You're right. CJ Stroud out for this game. And so just looking back at these quarterbacks, you're gonna have these quarterbacks. CJ Stroud having he had that amazing rookie year. Now things ain't looking too hot over there. So, but he's out for the week this week. So, listen, man, give me Duval. Give me Duval. Give me Duval to keep riding. Yeah, give me Duval. I'll take the Jaguars.
Right. Here we go. Here we go. Buffalo coming down to Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. So on the Bills side, we got AJ Espinosa. He's got a concussion. Shaq Thompson. He has a hamstring. Besides that, nothing too crazy. We got Josh Palmer. He'll be out. He has a knee issue. On the Dolphins end, we have Chop Robinson. Unfortunately, he'll be out. He has a concussion. Rasul Douglas is doubtful as well. He has a foot injury. Questionable. Ollie Gordon, Junior Hill, Austin Davis. Listen, man, this is a team who has absolutely zero to play for. The Bills are listen, man, they're being the Bills. They're on a mission. They just beat the Chiefs last week in their home. I don't see any reason why the Dolphins stick around this game. Now, the one thing I do find puzzling is that about the Dolphins, right? Like the Jets did what they were supposed to, right? They had a fire sale. They know they're not doing anything this year. They know that they had to get some big names off the book to start the rebuild, start the process, start the healing process. We did absolutely the opposite. We got rid of one player, which I wouldn't say happy that we got rid of Jalen Phillips, but ultimately I feel better trading him than keeping him. This is a guy with coming off two major surgeries, an Achilles and an ACL in back-to-back years. There is no way in hell we would re-sign him next year at the end of the year. So might as well get something for him while you can. I thought we would unload players like Bradley Chubb, players like Micah Fitzpatrick, even I'll start with those guys. Even Jalen Waddle, if I heard the right price, I would have been willing to give him up because we need to start the process, man. We need to start the healing process. We've already got rid of Greer. There's no way in hell McDaniel sticks around. So I just don't know what they're doing, and that's what bothers me. Like you're definitely not in contention. You're 2-7. You're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere. You're not a player away next year from contending. So I don't know what the hell Stephen Ross was allowing to happen in that building. Anyways, man, this team was in it. were in it against Baltimore until we quit. We were deflated. We don't have a coach who can lead these men, and uplift them and motivate them. We don't have that in the building right now. So why in the hell would I even why would I even think that the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills? There's no fucking way. Bills, they come home, they kick our ass, they beat us by more than 10. We fall to 2-8.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. Listen, like you said, man, I was pretty intrigued. Yeah, like you said, I was reading a lot of articles that Waddle was probably going to get on the move, and like you said, it didn't happen. You guys are definitely, like you said, on that path of trying to potentially rebuild. Who knows what's going to happen in the offseason? Is Tua going to be your quarterback? What's going to happen? It's a tough spot to be in. Listen, it is a divisional game. You guys always play each other. That's the only thing that I could say. But I think it's just too far of a fetch right now. I think Bills are trying to solidify themselves. They're trying to separate themselves from the pack. And yeah, listen, there's nothing for me to put here where I could see the Dolphins winning. Vegas has it a clear victory there on their side. So yeah, give me the Bills. Give me the Bills minus 6.5. I think they win by touchdown. But yeah, this is how I kind of see the game. It's just let's get through the season for you guys and see what the offseason brings.
All right. Go. Going to Minnesota, US Bank Stadium, with the Baltimore Ravens going in to visit the Vikings. Ravens, I have no listed players on the injury report, which is pretty interesting. On the Vikings side, you have tight end Josh Oliver is out, and Jeff Okudah is out with concussion. Aaron Jones, questionable. Hopefully he plays. I think he's trending for the playing. He's on my fantasy, so I need him to play. Theo Jackson, safety, is out with a concussion. Listen, no major injuries, nothing doubtful. We got a few questionable players, so that's good. Listen, Lamar Jackson came back and he showed out against us, which we all expected. But again, man, we stuck in the game. We were in the game to a certain point, and then everything just collapsed on a fumble here, a fumble there, and then the team was deflated, and then they just completely quit. This is a team that will not quit. This is a very, 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 very good coach team. The guy's coming off a coach of the year last year. They're at home. Got Brian Flores, an ex-coach, an excellent defensive coordinator when his players are healthy. And now the Vikings are finally healthy. They're getting Van Ginkel back. They have Harrison back. I think that defense is going to run around. They're going to be fast. Listen, Lamar Jackson, he's none to play with. He's none to play with. You send the blitz, he's going to escape out the back door like he always does. But Brian Flores knows the type of player. He played himself when he was down here in Miami. He was 1-1 against Lamar. Listen, man, give me the Vikings here at home, plus the 4. Give me the Vikings here at home to keep the game close. If not, win the game outright. Just to be a little safe, give me Vikings plus the 4.
Yeah, listen, man. I can't argue with you there and a lot of your takes. This is definitely one of those. This is a pivotal game, I think, for both teams. So on the Vikings side, if we all want to look at it, I mean, you could look at the schedule, you could look at the standings, man. I think NFC North is, if not the one of the toughest, but the toughest divisions. Every team in the NFC North is above 500. There's no clear winner here. I mean, the division is up for grabs for anybody at this particular point. And the Vikings, to their credit, they've been resilient, man. Yeah, they're 4-4. JJ McCarthy, he's that young quarterback. You can see he has that fire, that burn. You could see he's passionate about the game. Definitely had an emotional
all
interview.
that shit I was talking. I didn't even mention JJ McCarthy. Like, yeah, he's just a winner, bro. I think he called it in the beginning. He said in the beginning of the year, he just looks like a winner.
Yeah, he just carries himself like a pro. He carries himself like a pro. He's a rookie, but he's carries himself like a pro, and the team seems to be rallying behind him. So yeah, for the Vikings, this is a chance for them to kind of add to that win. Like I said, I'm a half game back out of first place for the division. So again, same thing with them. They could a win here, win there, and end up becoming the division leaders. And then on the other side of the ball, you got the Ravens, which I think this is more important to them. This is pivotal. This is like they have to start winning. Like there's no like, oh, I could lose a couple games, even though they're in a shitty division. I mean, and it's crazy enough for me to say this, but they're 3-5, and I think I don't know if they're the leaders in the division, but yeah, I think they are. If I'm not,
They're not gonna beat it. So like you got Pittsburgh, who's ahead. Pittsburgh ahead of
Pittsburgh's
Pittsburgh.
ahead of them.
Yeah, Pittsburgh 5-3.
5-3. Okay, so they're 2 games back, right? 2 games back, and not horrible. So again, it's always same. So again, to that point, it's a pivotal game for them. So who's going to come up to show up to play? Like you said, Lamar Jackson. You know, after almost missing a month because of that hamstring injury, you know, he's returning. He threw 4 touchdowns against like the Miami Dolphins. So he had a pretty solid game on that front. JJ McCarthy on the other side of the ball, you know, he led an upset over Detroit, which again, most of us picked Detroit. Another upset that we thought wasn't going to happen. So they ended up beating Detroit 27-24, threw for 2 touchdown passes. Again, that Ravens defense, this is a tough pick for me because that Ravens defense, even though it's been ugly, I mean, with the return of Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey back, you know, they've kind of been setting themselves up there. And on the other side of the ball, the Vikings, man, they sacked Jared Goff 5 times last week, and they held the Detroit Lions to 65 yards. So this is definitely a tough pick for me. I don't know which way I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run with the Ravens here. The only reason I'm gonna run with the Ravens here is because I think, at least in my eyes, this is a must win for them. They have to pull out this win if they want to try to keep it close, if they want to have a chance. So listen, give me the Ravens money line. But again, this is one of those games where I'm going to stay away from it because both teams have a lot to play for.
All right. Here we go.
Oof.
Browns going into MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, New York.
This is somebody taking a shit. So this is someone taking a dookie, and whether you want brown dookie or you want green dookie, what do you want?
The Dookie Bowl, man. The Dookie Bowl. Listen, man. The Jets are, like I said, like I mentioned earlier, they're on a fire sale. They just got rid of their 2 best players, Sauce Gardner and the other guy. What's his name from Alabama? Really lost his name. Anyways, he tackled. Nice guy. Good guy. Cleveland, man. Cleveland's ass. But Cleveland's also coming off a bye week. Stefanski, he's asked his coach. He might be fired before the end of the year. Who knows? Dylan Gabriel, he's asked. I think here we go. Questionable. Got Cedric Tillman special. Harold Fanning, the tight end, questionable. Brown. On the Jets, you got Garrett Wilson, who's questionable, and nothing else. Khalil Herbert, your ex running back, is also questionable. Nothing major here, man. This is very simple. Listen, the Browns have a very good defense, right? But I read a stat today. At home, I believe they're allowing 11 points a game at home in the dog. Once they get on the road, they're allowing 31 points a game on the road. I found that stat to be extremely interesting. These Jets, man, like I said, they're having a fire sale. But when you have fire sales, that means other players got to step up, and hungry players are coming in, right? So the fact that they're at home, these hungry players who've been sitting behind the Sauce Gardner and the other guy for years and for the entire season, now they get a chance to play. Now they get a chance to showcase themselves, not only for the Jets, but for the rest of the league, man. So that's huge for them. Cleveland has nothing going for them. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know what the hell's going on. Give me the Jets at home plus I don't even need the point. Give me the Jets at home on the money line to get the upset. I think Justin Fields does just enough. Brees Hall does just enough, and you get some plays here from the defense. Maybe special teams plays. It's gonna be a very ugly game. Very ugly game. Give me the Jets on the money line.
Yeah, listen, man. There's not much to say about this game. I was looking at the weather for this game, and it shows to be that it's going to be a kind of high chances of rain up in New York. We're expecting. I don't know if we're going to be getting snow soon. I know it's snowing. It's going to be snowing in the Midwest. I don't know if we'll be getting any of that in the near future. But yeah, this is, like I said, Dookie Bowl, man. This is I fell asleep on the sofa. This is like one of those games where I'll just fall asleep because there's just really nothing for me to watch. Like you said, the Jets, man, just what a franchise. What are Jets fans? Where are they going to cling to hope? Justin Fields having another amazing game like he did against the Bengals. With a stellar win. Listen, I don't see it. Like you said, they had a fire sale. What are they doing up there? I don't know. On the other side of the ball, you got the Cleveland Browns again. Paid Myles Garrett again. Are they wasting that talent? That could be said. Outside of that defensive line, what's going on over there? They got Gabriel, who's again we nothing much you could really say about him. Kid's not playing too well. He has about 700 yards, 5 TDs to 2 interceptions. He's ranked 30th in air to yards per attempt, so nothing really surprising there. If I'm gonna lean a certain way, man, listen, give me the Jets. Give me the Jets +2. I think it's gonna be one of those low scoring games. I don't foresee a shootout, but yeah, definitely not a game that I want to be watching during that day. So yeah, but give me the Jets +2.
All right. We
Well,
travel
here's the test.
to the Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay, Florida. Man, Tampa Bay coming off a bye week. They should be well invested. Unfortunately, they're gonna still. Bucky Irvin's still gonna be out. Chris Godwin's also out. Tom Reddick is also out. Minx Watson's also out. They have a lot of injuries. Their right tackle is questionable, and also their right guard is questionable. Huge for the Bucks there. Hopefully they play and make this a good game. On the Patriots side, you got Raheem Grace Stevenson. I don't know how to pronounce the person. And then Kayshon Boutte, he's also out for the Patriots. Those are big blows for them because Kayshon's been playing really well for the Patriots and Drake May. And they got their bell cow and Stevenson. He's gonna be out. So they're gonna rely on the rookie Henderson. So we'll see how that goes. But listen, man, you got Baker Mayfield coming up by, and Patriots here at 7-2, man. I don't know who predicted that. I mean, I saw some Vegas lines out there, but damn, I don't know what human out there actually said Patriots are gonna be good. I know they might be decent. They would have been decent because of the coach. But man, 7-2, hey, good. Kudos to them. They're building something up there for sure. Man, listen, man. But with all that being said, I'm gonna take Tampa Bay here. Coming up a bye week, extra week to prepare, extra week to get rest, and load up for the team. Listen, Todd Bowles, he's gonna send the house on Drake May. Let's see how Drake May handles it. And he's missing one of his top receivers, and like I said, number 1 running back. So give me Baker Mayfield at home. I'll put my money on Baker Mayfield versus Drake May at home any day. So give me the Bucks at home -2.5.
Man, I'm gonna go the other side of the ball here, man. Listen, I love me some Baker Mayfield. Again, he's the epitome. Him and Sam Darnold, who, believe it or not, Sam Darnold by stats is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. But that's nevertheless, we'll get to that eventually. But I think you made some points there that's going to justify why I'm going to feel this way. The Bucks are pretty banged up. Like you said, their offensive line, they had some key pieces that are questionable. I think Drake May is having an amazing season. That's why, again, I don't judge these quarterbacks. He may have an amazing season this year, and next year it turns out to be just average. So I don't know, but he's killing it right now. He leads the league in passer rating at 116. His completion percentage is well over 70%, which is amazing. Thrown multiple TDs, 7 of 9 in the last 9 games, and he's been rushing the ball pretty well at 207 yards for the year. So that defense of the Patriots is no joke. I mean, they're only allowing 18.8 games per game. They're the 5th best in the NFL. Mike Vrabel came over there, ex-player, got his team on a 6-game winning streak. Yeah, I know Bucks are coming off of that bye, but I think that the Patriots are just coming in there hot, man. I think I'm gonna give me the Patriots +2.5. I think they may come away and show up at in Tampa and pull out a win there. So give me the Patriots plus 2.5.
All right. Go. Going to Seattle where it's always raining. Here we go. We got on the Cardinal side, BJ. Well, these names killing. BJ Uholari, something like that. He'll find that. You also got Matt Wilson's out. Will Johnson, their starting cornerback, is out. So that's huge, especially going against the number one receiver. In Seattle here with Jay Sen. That guy's playing amazing football. Sam Darnold, he's playing lights out for being Sam Darnold. So yeah, man, listen, the better team here. These Seahawks are on a roll. They're contending for the division against the Rams. They just added Rashid Shaheed, something like that. Rashid Shaheed from the Saints, speedster. You got two speedsters out there. You got the two-headed monster and Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet at running back. Give me the Hawks. The Seahawks at home with 12th man. Jacoby Brissett, he's been doing decent for the Cardinals, but listen, the Bucks stops here. Seahawks at home -6.5.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's the 6-2 Seahawks against the 3-5 Cardinals. Are playing up in Seattle. Again, I mentioned earlier Sam Darnold. You just said it yourself, man. The guy he's on a heater, man. He's coming off that near perfect game against Washington. He was 21 of 24 for 330 yards and 4 TDs. Listen, his chemistry with with Smith and Jigba is undeniable. They're leading the NFL with 948 receiving yards. And listen, they're just pushing along to the playoffs. On the other side of the ball, I mean, again, is Kyler Murray done there in Arizona? May look like it eventually. Listen, Jacoby Brissett's coming in there. He threw for 261 yards. He was steady last game, 3 TDs. Their win over Dallas the Dallas defense is who they are, but he completed 65% of his passes, and he's keeping the offense stable. Something that while Kyler Murray's injured. Now, again, that defensive side of Seattle, man, they're top 10 in sacks and takeaways. I don't see a shot where the Cardinals could hang with them. Like you said, they're at home. So yeah, give me the Seahawks. I'm taking them. Give me them. They're gonna win by a touchdown. So give me the Seahawks -6.5. I think this is a pretty, hopefully convincing game for me. So yeah, give me the Seahawks -6.5.
All right. We go. We're going to Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California. Listen, man. I think these injuries are going to eventually catch up to the 49ers, and I think
we've been saying that for weeks.
No, you're right. You're right. This is very, very, very well coached team over there, man. Like Shanahan and the D coordinator, he's got him balling. But again, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. These injuries, these guys come on, man. They're backups for a reason. The Rams are red hot. You got Puka, you got Adams, you got a Walker. I mean, not Walker. Williams, and you got Stafford, man, who's quietly building an MVP resume. Like not too many people are talking about him for some reason. He's quietly building an MVP resume for the season. Listen, you got Ricky Pearsall out. Brock Purdy might play. Who knows? What does it really matter? Brock Purdy or Mac Jones doesn't matter. They have too many injuries. Listen, this is also a revenge spot for the Rams because they lost to San Francisco on the Thursday Night Football a few weeks back. So it's easy peasy. You get the Rams to cover the 4.5. Rams -4.5.
Yeah, listen, man, it's the 6-2 Rams, and like you said, the very surprising 6-3 Niners. Again, they've battled through so much injury, but like you mentioned, they're just a well-coached team. Listen, Matthew Stafford, MVP, could he be? Stafford has thrown 20+ touchdowns with just 2 interceptions through 8 games, which is just it's an amazing stat. He's just joining elite company like Mahomes and so forth, and just being so efficient. Listen, his chemistry with Devontae Adams is unquestionable. They're peaking at 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games. So they're rolling hot there. And like you said, that on the flip side, you got the quarterback situation over there in San Francisco with Purdy still being sidelined. Mac Jones, he's the one expected to start. Listen, he led the Niners to a 26-23 OT win last week 5. They're coming off a solid performance against the Giants, where again that Giants that backfield is not too impressive. He threw for 235 yards with 2 TDs. But I think you mentioned it. You called it. It's the revenge game for the Rams. They lost to San Francisco week 5. Rams have won 3 straight since that time. They're outscoring their opponents 86-20, which is wild. And their defense is just tightening up. So I don't think CMC is gonna be able to carry them on the back, man. So yeah, give me the Rams as well. Give me them -4.5. Give me the Rams.
All right, here we go. Going to Landover, Maryland. But we survived, bro. We survived. We survived. We survived. Here we go. We got the Lions, man. They got a whole bunch of injuries here. Nothing major as far as the name stand out to me. Greg Reynolds, the running back. He better get started. Dan Skipper, their off tackle. Nothing great. On the Commanders, we all know Jaden Daniels. He broke his elbow, dislocated his elbow. Did you see how he landed? And I was.
Yeah, I saw how it landed. Luckily, I read a report today that, again, at least for the Commanders fan, that I don't think that surgery is going to be required. He's going to be able to eventually come back at some point in the season if they want to. But yeah, that was a report that I read.
What they're doing? They're going to fall. They're going to get destroyed by the Lions here. They're going to fall to 3-7. Listen, man, just sit them, man. Just sit them, getting ready for next year, in my opinion. Also, Terry McLaurin is injured. He's also out. This guy. I mean, I don't listen. It's not his fault, right? He demanded all this money. He held out. All through training camp, and then he gets injured. He's played like one game the entire season. Like, I get it. It's not his fault. It's not what he tried to do. But damn, man, it's just fuck, man. It's tough, man. To give him all that money, barely play. Listen, the Lions are coming off a loss here. Disappointing loss against the Vikings here at home. I don't think. We definitely didn't think the Vikings were going to beat them. But they stopped their run, man, and just Washington ain't doing none of that. They have no hope. Nothing's going from Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell coming off a loss. I believe he's 8-0 or 10-0, and he always covers. Always covers against the spread. Give me the Lions plus 14.5, plus 14, 15, 20. I don't care. The Lions are going to destroy these Commanders. Lions. On the road, -8.5.
Yeah, listen, man, it's the 5-3 Lions against that 3-6 Commanders. How the mighty have fallen. That's why the beauty of the NFL, where one season you're king of the hill, and next season they're questioning your coach whether or not he should get fired or not, which is crazy. It is the NFL. As you mentioned, Jaden Daniels is going to be out after that injury to the elbow. Like I mentioned, he'll probably be back at some point during the year. But I mean, a question they're gonna have to ask themselves over there in Maryland in Washington is, this kid's been getting hurt. I mean, is he gonna be injury prone? I mean, I think this is like his 3rd or 4th injury already that sidelined him throughout the season. So again, I don't know if he's just gonna if that something he's gonna be able to overcome in his career. Or is this going to be another, unfortunately, an RG3 situation where kids got talent, but he just can't stay on the field because he's, again, such a mobile quarterback, but is he built for that? You know what I'm saying? So something for Commanders to be kind of thinking about. But in retrospect to this game, I think you're right. Dan Campbell, that Lions team and their fiery team, they like to punch people in the mouth. And again, after that loss to the to the Vikings, which we didn't expect, I think they're just gonna come in there and they're just gonna whoop on the Commanders. It's like they got to get their rage out. So I think the Lions go in there. Yeah, I also agree with you. Give me the Lions. I think is it -8? Is that what it is right now? Yep. So yeah, give me the Lions -8. I think they come back and they beat up on the Commanders.
Sunday Night Football. Here we go. Steelers, man, coming off a huge win against the Colts last week. Yeah. By the way, the boy called. I called the upset last week, and I'm calling the upset this week again. The Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna go on the road, quote unquote, home game. Steelers fans travel extremely well. Chargers fans suck butt. They suck ass. I don't know who's worse, Dolphins fans or their fans. Listen, Pittsburgh's going to go in there. They're gonna take over the stadium. They're gonna win this game. Uh, they stopped Jonathan Taylor last week. Man, that's one of the best top two running backs in the league. If not the best running back in the league. They stopped Jonathan Taylor. They made Danny Dimes one dimensional. They made him win the game. They're going to do the same thing to Justin Herbert. Now the difference is, unfortunately for Chargers fans, Joe Alt, they lost Joe Alt last week to a season-ending ankle injury. And what happened the last time Herbert played without his right tackle on left tackle? They lost every single game, and they're gonna lose on Sunday. Give me the Steelers to go inside SoFi Stadium and get the upset against the Chargers. Steelers money line. Fuck them.
Remember, I made a crazy prediction at the beginning of the year, and I said the Steelers might go to the Super Bowl. That was just a wild prediction there. But listen, Steelers are 5-3, going up against the 6-3 Chargers. They're heading into SoFi Stadium. Again, Justin Herbert. Listen, he has 305 rushing yards throughout the years, which is mostly among the NFL, the top of the NFL. And he's coming off of a 250-yard game with 3 touchdown performance against Tennessee. His mobility is a game changer, and again, he's going to need it at this point because, like you said, they lost their tackles. They lost Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater are out. LA's line ranks worse in the NFL with pressures allowing up 166 and second in pressures, a rating at 43%. Herbert was sacked 6 times last week. I think that gives the chance for the Steelers defense. They're on a revival. Pittsburgh forced 6 takeaways and held the Colts to only 20 points last week, which, according to most people, is the best offense in the NFL. Terry Austin's shift to the zone coverage and reducing blitzing is paid off. Your expected pressure from T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith to test, LA's backup tackles. So I think this is going to be the game of the Steelers defense against the Chargers offense, which I think the Steelers defense is gonna wreak havoc on them. So I agree with you. Give me the Steelers. Money line at SoFi.
All right, here we go. Lambeau Field, man, the frozen tundra. I wonder if it's gonna be snowing over there. I know you guys have snow in your forecast, right?
We may. I think we're gonna get some sleet. So I think now that I should have talked back at the game, I think the run game is gonna be heavy in any of these games. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be snowing in over there at in Green Bay.
I heard, like I said, they expect snow in Chicago. So shit, if it snows in Chicago, might definitely snow in Green Bay. So the run game is going to come into play here big time. And listen, they both got elite running backs. Josh Jacobs on one side for the Green Bay Packers, and Saquon Barkley, the reigning offensive player of the year from last year. But the difference is, Saquon doesn't have the offensive line that he had last year. They're not running the ball as effectively. They're stacking the box against them. They're making Philadelphia have to throw the ball, and then Jalen Hurts has got this issue with Brown and this and that. And I don't know what the hell. But listen, man, Eagles coming off a bye. You know how I love my team coming off a bye. Eagles, they were on a nice little streak before they going on the bye. Listen, they're the reigning Super Bowl champs, and to beat the champs, and to knock the champs off, you got to beat the champs. Green Bay coming off a horrendous loss against the Panthers last week, and I do expect a bounce back here. That's another thing. If you look bad one week, doesn't mean you're going to look bad the next week, especially if you're a good decent team with Matt LaFleur coach team here. But I do expect Philly to go on the road and get the upset in Lambeau. I think they put enough pressure on Jordan Love, and they lost Kraft.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, they lost Kraft for the year. Yep.
Yeah, they lost Tucker Kraft for the year, so that's a big blow for them. That's Jordan Love's outlet, number one outlet. The receivers are decent, but they're just scattered, right? You have a bunch of twos over. You got a bunch of twos. You have no one dominant receiver. You don't have a Brown. You don't have an AJ Brown. Who go up there and get it.
You don't have a
Man,
Devontae Adams over there anymore.
yeah, you don't have a Devontae Adams. You don't have a Dallas Goddard anymore. Well, Tuck Travis said Dallas Goddard, but you get my point. Anyways, man, give me the Eagles here on the money line to get the upset because they are 1.5 point up dog. Give me the Eagles on the road to get the upset.
Yeah, listen, man, you got the 6-2 Eagles facing the 5-2-1 Packers on Monday Night Football in Lambeau Field. The weather's showing to be cold in the mid-30s with some possible wind gusts. Not saying anything about snow, but it's definitely going to be cold and windy. Again, like you said, Eagles are coming off that bye. The run game hasn't been so heavy in Philly, but again, Jalen Hurts has kind of been carrying the team with 4 280 plus yard games, a total 3 of the last 4 games with 15 TDs and just 1 interception. So he's been throwing a efficient ball. His passion efficiency is, like I said, carrying the Philly offense while that run game is kind of regrouping. Green Bay Packers on the other side of the ball, they've just been inconsistent. They've dropped games, like you said, to Carolina and Cleveland, despite allowing just 29 points combined for those 2 games. Quarterback Jordan Love, again, is going to be without Tucker Kraft, who was his go-to guy, his top red zone target. On the defensive side of the ball for Philly, the Eagles have added, like you said, they've added Jalen Phillips from your guys. Again, I don't know how much that big of a difference is going to be. Jair Alexander.
Listen, Jair Alexander. Listen, Jalen Phillips, dog. He's a dog. He gonna turn up over there in Philly. I tell you that much, right? He will turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely gonna turn. He's a big fan.
So if it's a game, this might be a game for Jalen Phillips. Hey man, hey man, I gotta show you guys that hey why I'm worth it or why Miami let me go. So yeah, listen, this again, Philly was very active at the trade deadline, like you said. They picked up Phillips, Alexander, Michael Carter. So they picked up some guys. I'm with you. I just don't think that the Packers have enough firepower. Again, I think I'm not really high on the Packers. I'm not. I really am not. I think Philly goes in there and wins. And yeah, give me the Eagles minus. Give me the Eagles money line to go up to Lambeau and beat the Packers.
All right, guys. We reached the point where it's gonna be rapid fire. We're gonna give you rapid fire anytime touchdowns for every game. Real quick though, before I get into that, you took Indy money line, right? Not money line. You were worried about the points, right? Money line.
I believe so. I think I did.
Right. Carolina, you took what? -5.5. Would you agree with that?
Who is Carolina playing again?
Carolina plays Saints.
The Saints. Yeah. So I said give me Carolina money line. Yep.
All right, money line. Okay. Then you took Chicago -4.5.
Yep.
You took the Jaguars. You took the game. Minnesota. You took the Ravens. We both agreed on Jets money line.
Yeah, but we have both agreed there. Yeah.
Okay, and you took Pats over Tampa Bay, right?
Yep.
And we agreed on Seattle -6.5.
That's for sure.
We agreed on a Rams -4.5.
Yes, sir.
We agreed Detroit -8.5.
Yep.
We agreed Pittsburgh money line.
Yep.
And Philly money line.
Yep.
Okay, so out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of those 7 games, guys, the parlay will come out from one of those 7. Rick and I are gonna hash it out. We're gonna hash it out. The reason why we don't give you the final parlay on a Friday night at 8:30 is because we're waiting for the final report. I want to know exactly who's playing, exactly who's not playing. We want to know the weather conditions. We want to know who took the shit the wrong way, who woke up on the wrong side of the bed. We want to know whose girlfriend is mad. And we want to know every ins and out of these games so we can give you the best possible picks per game. You cannot do that on a Friday night. So that's why we dropped them Sunday morning after getting every single ounce of information we could possibly gather. But the parlay will come from those 7 games that we agreed on. It's looking pretty good. So I believe it's going to be a four to 5 leg parlay this weekend. We got to redeem ourselves from last week. Last week was that's what was pretty bad. We put a bunch of units on that shit and it kind of hurt. But anyway,
Yep.
all right. With that being said, we're going back to Berlin. Give me your anytime touchdown here. I'll start it off. I'm gonna go with Jonathan Taylor, the easiest pick on the board for the Colts.
For me, listen, give me Pittman to score a touchdown.
Right, here we go. Let me go with another easy one. I'm going Rico Dotto. Rico Dotto for the Panthers.
Give me Olave to score on this one.
Right, here we go. Give me I picked Monongai last week to give me a touchdown. He did not give me a touchdown, but he got me a shit ton of yards. Give me Monongai to score a touchdown this weekend.
Listen, man, there's been some controversy that I left off during the game. Roma Dunze dad is not too happy. He believes his son is not being used correctly, which is crazy because
That's absolutely ridiculous. Like,
yes, it's wild. He has the most receptions on the team. He's the one he's Caleb's go-to guy. Nevertheless, yes,
character.
oh yeah, he's the main character. He's the main character for the Bears. So yeah, yeah, Mr. Odunze, keep your opinions. I guess hopefully Rome had a conversation with his dad. But nevertheless, listen, man, give me Rome. Give me Rome to score a touchdown in this game. So give me Rome.
Like I said, I like Monongai. I also like Jackson Dart to squeeze one in.
Okay.
You're not gonna the Bears they're not gonna hold him down. So and he has nobody to throw the ball to or run the ball. Give me Jackson Dart. Here we go. Give me Texans and the Jaguars. Holy smoly. Give me Dalton Schultz. Give me Dalton Schultz tight end for the Texans here. When a brand new quarterback comes in, especially a backup, with Davis Mills' experience, they always go to the outlet. And the number one outlet for quarterbacks is the tight end. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, listen, give me a Christian Kirk touchdown. Give me a Christian Kirk touchdown.
Oh shit, Christian Kirk. He used to play for the Jags. Here we go. Dolphins at Bills. Man, it's tough to pick a Bills anytime touchdown score because they can go either way. They can go Dolphin Knox, Kincaid, Khalil Shakur, Cook, Allen. Who the hell knows? But it's easy on the Dolphins. Give me A-Chain, Mr. Do It All. He does it all. We're gonna get whooped, but he's gonna score a touchdown. Give me Devon A-Chain.
Listen, man, give me 88 to the gate. Give me a Dawson Knox touchdown. Tight end, Buffalo.
I like that one. Here we go. Give me J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy to run one in for the Vikings here. Give me J.J. McCarthy.
I'm kind of leaning here. Listen,
this is another game where you can go. There's so many superstars on in this game, man. So many superstars. But I'm gonna go with J.J. McCarthy. He gives me the most plus money.
Potentially, yeah. Listen, man, give me a T.J. Hockenson touchdown for this particular game.
Okay. Go. Jets at Browns at Jets, man. Oh, shit, man. I'm gonna stick with the quarterback theme, man. Give me Justin Fields to find his way to the end zone. Give me Justin Fields.
That's a good one. I think that might be. I think that might be it. So listen, man, give me a Cedric Tillman touchdown. Browns wide receiver, number 19.
My good sir, Cedric Tillman is out.
Oh, he's out. Oof. So give me a Jerry Jeudy. Let's just stick with Jerry Jeudy then.
Cedric Tillman is questionable,
Well, give me Jerry Jeudy just in case.
Here we go. Bucks. I got the Bucks winning here. Give me Cade Otton. Give me Cade Otton tight end for the Bucks.
Oh, you took my player, man. Listen, I'm gonna stick on the Bucks side. Give me a Payne Durham. But it's second tight end. Give me him. He might just squeeze one in there.
All right. My boy going. He's shooting for the stars. He's shooting for the stars today. He got
fucking. Listen, man, we're gonna pull names out of our ass.
Fucking Jerry Jeudy. He's putting. Well, we're going all over the place. Here we go. Give me Jackson and Jigba here for the Seattle Seahawks to score a touchdown. Um, Cardinals is nice, but their number one cornerback is out. Give me Jackson.
Listen, Marvin Harrison Jr., man, he didn't play too bad last week, so give me Marvin Harrison Jr. to score a touchdown.
Great pick, great pick, great pick. Here we go, here we go. Give me Devontae Adams, Mr. Steal all the touchdowns. Puka Nakua gets them down there. Devontae takes all the touchdowns. Give me Puka Nakua. Give me Devontae Adams here for a touchdown.
Listen, man, give me what is the 49ers offense? Give me a CMC touchdown. That's all you can get. That's all you have.
That white boy cold. That white boy's cold. Listen, here we go. Here we go. Listen, it's easy to pick Jamar Gibbs. It's easy to pick Montgomery. All them boys in Detroit. Give me Marcus Mariota. Give me Marcus Mariota to run one in. I'm gonna build a QB,
QB.
a QB anytime city party. We got Marcus. We got JJ. Who else we got? Who else I said? JJ, Marcus.
You said Justin Fields. Said Justin Fields.
That shit's gonna play about 1,000 to 1, bro. I'm like 1,000,000 to 1. That's gonna be. Oh my! I'm putting that shit.
Put $1. We'll put $1 in. Yeah. Listen, man. Give me Sam Laporta. Give me Sam Laporta to score a touchdown against the Commanders.
He scored last week. That's good. All right, here we go. Here we go. Listen, I got Steelers on the road getting upset here. Give me Darnell Washington. This fucking guy, Aaron Rodgers loves Darnell. He loves him some Darnell Washington. Every time I turn him on, I put him on TV. He's throwing the ball. Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington. Let's take on that side of the ball. Give me a DK. Give me a DK touchdown.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Monday Night Football. Listen, it's easy to pick Saquon. It's easy to pick Josh Jacobs, but I'm not gonna pick either one of those. I'm going to pick. Holy moly! Give me Christian Watson. Watson on a long bomb to find the end zone. I don't know how the fuck that's gonna happen. That's like probably the worst pick I've ever given out.
Listen, man, give me a Devontae Smith touchdown. Give me a Devontae Smith touchdown for the Eagles.
That's a good one. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with all craziness. Yeah. So like I said, on Sunday, Rick and I will hash it out once we get all the information, and then we'll definitely drop it on TikTok, Instagram, all the good stuff. Yeah, we're trying to get some money back from last week, man. Last week hurt, but we promised to come back stronger. So, yeah, that's what I got for you, boys. Awesome.
Yeah, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for joining us here. But before I leave, I do want to acknowledge something. I don't know if you heard Jose, and I'm sure the NFL world has heard this. This week, Marshawn Kneeland, who a Cowboy player, who crazy enough blocked the punt to win the game for them the other week. Has unfortunately passed away at the age of, I believe, 24 this week. So the NFL family is mourning a loss of a player. Unfortunately, it seems like, sounds like, reported potential suspected suicide. So take care of the people you care about. Check in with the people you love. Never know what somebody's going through. But yeah, just want to send my condolences out to the fam, and at least show that there's a human side to it. But yeah, from One Leg Loser podcast.
Hold on, let me touch on that. Yeah, man, it's we sit here, man. We talk about a score. We talk about players that suck. This guy sucks. This guy's a beat. This guy's that. This guy's that. But when I say that, it's obviously just I'm just talking football. I'm just talking like a meathead, right? He sucks. But look, there's a human being besides underneath that helmet, and that human being deals with real problems, real life issues. Listen, some of these issues, not all the money in the world cannot fix. And like you said, man, like checking on your loved ones, checking on your boys, checking on your friends, on your mom, your dad, your cousins, whoever it may be, because everything might be guns and roses on the outside. It must be flowers and all that, whatever. But on the inside, they might be going through crazy shit that, man, I could honestly, I man, it's a tough situation. 'Cause, like, the guy, yeah, we've seen him on TV. I was like, man, he just scored a touchdown. Like, man, he should be so happy.
Monday Night Football. Yeah, he's
But
happy. Yeah.
he should be so happy. He should be everything. Bro, like the world is his oyster, right? He should be like on cloud nine, and come to find out, nah, nah. And it's sad. It's sad. I was listening to Ocho and Shannon this morning. They were
He
talking about.
broke down. Yeah, and Shannon broke down on that
Yeah.
one, right?
Oh, you saw it? You saw it?
I saw clips of it. I saw some clips
Bro,
of it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When Shannon started tearing up, bro, I promise you, bro. Bro, a tear came down my eye, bro. Like the way he was talking about the shit, and the way he's like, oh man, he told his when he was talking about his grandma, that shit really hit home to me because my grandma passed, and I was there when she passed, and he was like, oh, because Shannon carries this burden on his shoulders, like he has to take care of everybody, right? And at times, like I don't know if I feel that way, but 100% like he do, but I do feel that way. I feel like, man, I gotta, I always gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? I got the kids. I know Chris, but like she can take care of her own. But like still, I feel like I have to be there, protect her, and be there for her, and support her financially and emotionally, and love her and all this stuff. Man, when he started talking that, I was like, man, bro, I literally started crying. That was emotional. I was like, it was 6:30 in the morning. I'm getting emotional. I'm like, I did not expect that from a Shannon Sharp,
Yeah.
singing, but it happened, man. So again, man, like you said, I don't want to carry it on, but man, everybody might be happy on the outside, but and not everybody's happy on the inside, and then
No.
not all the money in the world can take care of your problems or mask these problems. So, tap in. If you're the person who who usually keep things balled up inside, hey man, just hey, what you think about this, man? Like, hey man, just talk, man, just let it out somehow, because you know, not only you're hurting, but your family's hurting. Yeah, yeah,
That's a tough situation. I appreciate your openness and sharing that, man. And no, for sure, 100%. We all don't know what we're carrying. I think it's more. It's to be talked. It is luckily in today's society, it's being talked more. Men carry a lot of weight that people don't understand. We carry the world on our shoulders. We carry our families on our shoulders. We carry our parents on our shoulders. We carry our brothers and sisters on our shoulder, and
man.
we feel like we.
That's why I got my. That's why you know Jaden and Cameron. They did. I placed that shit on my shoulder, not to look cool, because bro, I'm carrying them, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's
bro,
true.
that's how I always felt.
But like
And
you said, man, I mean, it could be burdensome, and again, we kind of suffer in silence. A lot of men do, a lot of people do, because nobody wants to feel like a burden to somebody else. No one wants to give out information and then get not understanding back. So it's a lot of stuff. But yeah, man,
I think people are afraid to feel vulnerable, to look vulnerable, to look like I'm a man, bro. Like the guy was like six something, 200, maybe pushing 300 pounds. He's like, I'm a man, bro. I'm a man. But nah, man, like, bro, you have feelings too. Like, I hate when people tell me, "Oh, you're so big, right? It shouldn't hurt." What the fuck you talking about, bro? I have feelings too. I have emotions
yeah,
too. You hit
yeah,
me, I hurt. What the hell? So this guy is 6 200 pounds. Like, bro, he has feelings too.
yeah. And clearly there were so much of strong feelings that allegedly, he took his life, and that's a point of where hopefully nobody turns to. But it's the sad reality that it is. His family's mourning. His it sucks, man. It just definitely sucks overall. But like you said, man, check in, talk. Don't be afraid to say something. Again, it's
You're not
it's
weak. You're not weak because you open up. You're not weak.
not at all, man, not at all. But I think that's wonderfully said. I just wanted to leave on that note. You know, hopefully, somebody hears this. Hope somebody hears this and takes that advice, man. Because it's a sad situation. So, yeah, from one leg loser. Unless you got something else to say, Jose, we could.
Figures, man. Let's catch your figures.
All right, man. Let's get going. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And yeah, like Jose said, check in on our tickets on Sunday, and we'll see you, God willing, next week for Week 11. Wow, coming to an end soon. Take care, guys.
Peace.